Hi, hello everyone. Today I am here with you. My name is Darwish and I'm gonna be with you to discuss about what's the most in-demand skill for a data analyst in 2026. It is not SQL, it is not Power BI, it is not even Python. It's Panda. Maybe you're gonna say, what's Panda, brother? Man, go right now for your LinkedIn and search for data analyst or data science. You're gonna find it inside the job description. Panda is must. What's basically that one? Man, I'm gonna tell you, Panda got downloaded more than 300 million monthly. I'm not talking about all the lifetime. Netflix use it to decide what show to recommend for you. I'm gonna tell you, Amazon gonna process millions of product reviews. And in Saudi Arabia, Aramco team use it in an every single day. Let's start by very simple definition. We can say Panda is Excel, but inside Python. Same idea, brother. Table that have rows and columns, but instead of using your mouse, you're gonna write code. Think about it, the last time you open a massive Excel file, maybe 10,000, 50,000 row, it was slow, right? And sometimes it crashed. And sharing it with your team gonna be a nightmare. Panda handle 50 million row in a very easy way using code. Let's start from the timeline at the very beginning. Panda was created in 2008 by a guy called Mackenzie. That one was working in a hedge fund. His financial company gonna manage millions of dollars, and he was really frustrated that Python had no good way to work with financial data table. So easy man, he built it. He called it Panda from the term panel data. In 2009, that guy, he put it as an open source to be free for everyone. So if we're gonna here focus on the professional definition, I can say Panda is a data library for manipulating and analysis. That one built on top of NumPy. It's gonna give you two core data, the series and data frame, and I love this expression. It's basically Excel on steroid. Let's jump for the comparison between Panda and Excel. Here, let me show you exactly why every series data team has moved away from Excel for analysis to jump to the other side, Panda. Definitely, let's start by row limit. Excel maximum gonna be 1 million row. Sounds like a lot, I know, but we're gonna say like that. But on the other hand, we have up to 100 million. Do you imagine the difference? In terms of automation in Excel, every time new data come in, you repeat the same click, same filter, same sort, delete, whatever, every single time. In Panda, you write once, but you run it forever. New data come in, same script, same output, zero manual work. In terms of machine learning, when you are ready to build, for example, a prediction model, trust me, you will be scikit-learn, the most popular machine learning library on the earth. It designed to work directly with Panda data frame. Do you imagine that? No conversion, no export, just data frame into model and done. And let's move to who use Panda. I'm gonna tell you 85 of data analyst, data science job posting require Panda. And from the customer side, Netflix, the recommendation engine, man, builder of Panda. Amazon, Spotify, JP Morgan, NASA, Tesla, all of them are using Panda. It's time to go and install and import Panda. So here's it. I'm gonna open my CMD and let's type together pip install Panda. That's it, and hit enter. After that, the next step, we're gonna type here code space dot, and that one, it should open for me the Visual Studio Code. And from here I will go and open the file. Yes, I trust this author. Let me close all of this. And after that file, new file. Here I'm gonna go and choose Jupyter Notebook, and then we don't want this one, so we're gonna click here. And before we're gonna do here any step, you have first to choose or select the kernel. In our case, I will go with Python environment. Let's go maybe with 3.13, and that's it. Anyone you're gonna choose, by the way, doesn't matter. After that, we're gonna go and import our first Panda library. So I'm gonna type here import Panda alias bd and hit on this one, which you're gonna execute. If it give you like okay, it's success. The next step in the code itself, we're gonna hit that script, which is gonna be bd.version. Here I'm using 2.2.3 at the time definitely of recording this video. Maybe you're gonna use version after that. First of all, we're gonna type a list of employee, which I make it very ready for us. Let's have a look about it. Here we have employee, like 3 columns. The first column gonna be name, salary, and department. Here I'm using very simple data. Have like 1, 2, 3, 5 employee, their name, their salary, and their department. So I'm building here my list. And together we're gonna go for the code of data frame. So we're gonna type it together, df equal bd, which definitely from Panda dot, and here we're gonna type our data frame, or you can select it from here. And after that, you're gonna pass for your data frame the name of your list. Definitely in the future we're gonna import the Excel itself, but right now I'm just like testing my everything related to Panda. And here you're gonna print df, very easy, very smooth. And look at that. If we're gonna execute that one, we can see here our data frame have 3 columns, and that one, by the way, it's like the index, it's coming automatically. And let me scroll down here, add just one single line of code. Look at this, data frame dot describe, yeah, that one. Do you imagine here Panda gonna give us a useful statistics like the average salary, minimum value, maximum? Let's have a look about this single line of code. So here we can say that the minimum, the mean, the standard deviation, quartiles, even the maximum salary, all of them just with a single line of code. Let me scroll down and let's for example calculate the average salary. How can we do something like that? All you have to do is go and type df. Let's type it like that and open the square bracket, and from here we're gonna choose this column, salary dot mean, and after that let's hit on the enter and let the Panda handle the calculation, even if the data set contains thousands of rows. Let me go and do the same code here. I'm gonna take it as a copy and paste it here one more time, but this time instead of having the mean of the salary, we're gonna add here another df and open a square bracket, and we can take some space here, and look at that. I just want to see only employees earning more than, for example, 10,000. That's it. And filtering the data gonna be happen, just like is one of the most tasks in the data analysis.